It's on.
Is it on?
You're on.
No, it's not.
Yes, it's fine.
Is it really?
We're behind.
Okay, everybody. Minnie, let me know if it's live.
You're live.
Oh, boy. Okay. You guys stop making me laugh. Okay. Hey, everybody, welcome. It's Festool Live once again. It's episode 217, which I thought was, what, a couple months ago? Pretty much. So this is episode 217 of Festool Live. Let's introduce the room because Christine has a lot planned today. Over here's Christine. You get her, Chris? There you go. Behind the camera is Chris, TDF, Cybert. Okay. And on the line is Brent Shively from the Build Series, and he'll answer all your questions. Thank you, Brent. Appreciate it. Over here we have Min, or Minnie.
Hi.
And she is working the board.
Yay.
And she's got you got your 100-year anniversary shirt on.
I do not. I have one of the originals.
Oh, you got one of the originals.
I do.
Ooh, I got a couple of them. Okay, everybody. Hey, I have just been informed, I kind of knew this, but I asked what's happening around town here in Indiana or in Kentucky. We have the 151st Kentucky Derby tomorrow afternoon, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
What time? What time?
Well, the horse, it starts at 2:30, but the horses don't actually, like the...
2:30?
Yes.
That's the best time to have a dentist appointment.
Yes.
At 2:30. No? No? I always schedule it at, never mind. Okay, and in town, Indianapolis, is the Indy 500 mini marathon. It's a big, big race we always have every year. And you know why? It's May 2nd. This is the month of Indianapolis, isn't it?
Yep.
Race month, and everybody's getting ready for the end of the month for the Indy 500. Okay, so you just bought your first Festool Sander. What do you need? So we, all us people at Festool, when we're out doing demos and trade shows or whatever, Festool experiences, don't forget to check out your nearest Festool experience coming to a town near you, a state near you. You can go right on our website and you'll be able to find it, the Festool experience. So check it out. So when we're out doing those experiences, people ask, what accessories do I need? What should I get? What should I start with? So you just bought your first Festool Sander. I got most of them out here. Okay, and the one thing I always suggest is a Festool Dust Extractor. It sounds funny, but I have seen people buy Festool Sanders and say, you know, it's an okay sander. But remember what I always teach you, it's a system. And the biggest part of the system, or the heart of the system, is a dust extractor. And we have several models. But I brought out two today, the CT26, okay, which is my favorite, and the CT MIDI I. So you could choose which one you want. This has got 130 CFM and this has got 137. This is a little more compact, and the difference is the gallon capacity or the liter capacity of what the bag holds. Okay, so that's your choice. But there's a really important feature on here that makes the Festool system of sanders really work, and I'll show you. It's right here. I'm gonna step over here. Chris got me this seat today so I could be comfortable. Okay, so when you turn on, and this is the new panel for the dust extractor. See this blue tab here? You touch it like that and it comes on. Okay, and if I just want it to run, I have this already hooked up here, plugged in. So when I cycle on my sander, which I'm going to do momentarily, it'll cycle the CT Dust Extractor on. Okay, that's a huge time saver, okay? I'll actually use the dust extractor. But here's the one that gets everybody. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this on. That's manual if I'm doing cleanup, okay? But see how I just touch this and it reduces the suction. Okay, now. I've covered this before. And let me turn it off from manual position. Woo, I need a new finger. Okay, so I'm gonna step over here and I've said this 100 times on Festool Live. I wish, no, you know what? You know what you should do? you should go on our website, look up the Festool experience, and come out and experience it with one of our qualified regional sales managers and check it out, because they will run this demo for you. Why variable suction? Okay, and I always say, I wish I had feel-o-vision here, okay, but to experience it, you should actually use the sander. Okay, so I got a orbital sander here, okay, and when I turn it on, I get it all the way up, variable speed here, okay, and as I'm sanding, I got the suction all the way up, okay, and you can't feel this, okay, but I can. You get little, I'll turn this off so I can explain it a little bit and a little bit clearer. You get a little bit of hesitation. It's pulling down too much because the suction is great on the dust extractor. You're pulling down too much. So when you take, and I'll start it up here, and I bring it down here, and I always bring it all the way down. This actually, it breaks the surface tension. I still get exceptional dust extraction, but actually it is floating. Okay? So, what that helps with is, you know those little hesitations I was talking about? Those cause swirl marks. Pulling too much into the material will do what? Will give you some swirl marks. Now, on the real higher grits, which I will be using today, I'll be using 1500 granite over here. And I'll teach you a few more things that cause swirl marks. But it's really important that you turn down the suction on that, because sometimes that little hesitation when you're polishing or prepping for polish in the higher grits will cause swirl marks. So you want to float the sander. That is why, or one of the major reasons, you get a Festool dust extractor. It's variable suction. Okay? So, of course you're going to get a sander, or you just bought a sander, and of course you need to have it hooked up to dust extraction. But there's something else you need. Sanding abrasives, okay? And I think everybody knows that my number one choice and our number one choice is granite. And we came out with all the different assortment packs. And this year we came out with the 50 packs of granite. But this is a good feature, because instead of carrying all those boxes to the job site of your granite sandpaper, it's nice to have what? An assortment pack for all your different papers. Okay, it's a professional look. Before we even came out with these assortment packs, I would always suggest get a paper sustainer, because instead of you're not going to use 50 pieces out on the job site, all right? This is so much more professional looking. I just wanted to cover that. I know I did a Festool Live on it recently, but there you go. Let's get that out of the way. Let's talk about paper. Boy, I'll be skipping all over the place here. Of course you're going to need paper. And you look in our catalog or online and see all these different varieties. Believe it or not, when I first started years ago, we had so many other flavors, but we were confusing you. So what we did is we simplified it and came out with this granite. But let me get there, okay? This is called Reuben, okay? Or now it's called Reuben 2. This is if you're only sanding bare wood. I know folks who have used this for years, whether it was Reuben and now Reuben 2. They just love it. They're doing casework and they use it only on wood, or they're building furniture only on wood. Okay, it's a great paper. You get a super, super finish with this. All right. And then we had all these other flavors, okay, where we have this. This is platine. This is available 500 to 4,000. It's silicone carbide. It's sponge back. This is for polishing. All right. Now, this is fleece, V-L-I-E-S. I've heard it pronounced 100-fold. I think the German translation is Scotch-Brite pad, jokingly. Okay, but fleece is for blending oils or taking off rust on cast iron or doing a scratch pattern between what? Grits, okay, to prep a finish, to give it claw. Okay, then if you really want to get aggressive, we have this. It's a cloth bag. It's aluminum oxide. It's called Sapphire. And it's all about application. Now, we had two other papers, Brilliant and Titan. And they were designed for a solid surface, and predominantly Titan was, and also paints. So we gave it some thought, and we were releasing this. It's called Granat. It's available from 40 grit all the way to 1500 grit. Okay? In 100 and less grit, we actually put, along with the aluminum oxide, we put ceramic grit in here. It cuts like wildfire. So instead of just adding another one in there, we took two away because we have found testing this. And a woodworker, hear me out, if you're a woodworker and you say, oh, I sand wood. No, you don't. You sand a variety of finishes. Okay? You're in between coats of finish, right? So guess what? That is why we promote Granat the majority of the time, because this is basically the combination blade of our sandpaper. It works great on solid surface. It works great on paint. It works great on wood. And the reason I mentioned the combination of ceramic grit and aluminum oxide, really important. This will cut like wildfire. And the other thing that's great about it, it loads less. Okay, so if you want a superior paper for your sander, Festool, I will always recommend Granat. And lo and behold, look what all the assortment packs came out with. Good. So I didn't want to talk extensively on paper. I just wanted to cover a couple minutes. There are other Festool Live episodes on paper, and including the one I did on Granat Net. And I use Granat Net basically for sanding drywall, and I covered that the last time we talked about the Plane X 2.0. Okay, I am going to hold off on this because I'm going to make the unit work today. Let's go over here. Okay, come on over here, Chris. Please. I'm going to talk about pads in a few minutes back there, but I will also talk over here. Now, the one thing I did when I was setting this up, I think we did a whole episode way back when this first came out. This was the right angle sanding attachment. You'll see it right here. Okay, it allows you to do what? I'm going to get over here, unit. Yeah, I'm going to get right in your way because I want to teach you a few things I've learned about this over the years. Okay, let me plug it in. And there we go. Let's get it here. Okay, so when I'm holding this, I have it set exactly at 90. And you know what? When I check sometimes at 90, I'm just going to go over here. I know there's a little cursor on there, but what I like to do is take a really small square like this, and I like to check to see if it's at 90. I always bring it up like this. I bring it in like this, and I am looking good. Now, I can always adjust the cursor, and this reads 90 right here. Okay? So it takes two screws. You break it up. Whoopsie. Minnie, I'm so good, okay? And you put it together with these two 5mm hex screws. Common thread. Okay, now, when I put it here, what this allows me to do, and I put pressure here, I'll turn it on. It allows me to what? Sand this edge, this drop edge here for a countertop perfectly at 90 degrees. You could do that, watch. You could do it like this. Okay, you could sand like this, but guess what? I'm relying on my technique. I used to do this with a belt sander, and it would always come out at an angle. And doing this is very difficult to do. You have to, now you don't even have to think about it. So there's a couple things I wanted to cover on this, so it's so important. This right angle attachment, okay, you'll see right here, this little piece right here, okay, fits in the groove right here. So if you're trying to figure out, will this fit my ETS 125, okay, always remember there's an R, okay, that's what fits. That's the one with the groove. If you need to eyeball it, and I grab this from home, because I have this at home, this is the old EQ, there's no ah. Okay, this didn't have the groove. Okay, now someone may say, well, When that came out, there was one called the Pro 5. Yeah, it fits the Pro 5. It has to have the groove. Okay? Whew. Good. Now, the thing I wanted to talk about today, there's two pads for this. There's this pad here, which I have on. Okay, and it comes with this. It's a great accessory. If I was getting the ETS 125 REQ, I'd automatically get this. It's a no-brainer. Okay, so when I'm changing paper on this, there's this little green tab, okay? I just go like this, I lift it up, and it makes paper changing really easy. And also you have this little hood here, you see that? So when I set it down, it doesn't, ding the pad. It keeps the pad from getting the flat spot. All right, so you see that little tab right there? And I just push it back in, and there it goes. Now, when I want to change from that no-ma pad to this, we call it a velour pad, but it's a really soft material. Say I'm sanding something that is a finished surface, say pre-finished plywood or some painted surface that's a high gloss, I would put this on. Now, I've seen people struggle with this. Okay, I used to, but you're gonna see these little lines here, see? Is that coming through? Okay, when I pull this out, I need to change the pad. So you see how that lined up there? Inside here, there's a little arrow. Is that coming through, Christine? See the little arrow?
Yes.
Okay. Boy, he's a good cameraman, huh? If I depress that, that comes off. Now here's the struggle I've seen people have. When I'm putting this back on, you see this little mark here, right? That lines up here, and it slides on like that, okay? What that does is that holds it like that on and off. So hopefully that helped. It goes on probably a minute with the two 5mm screws. It is such a great attachment. It takes your, oh boy, your attained skill out of it. You can sand at a right angle right away with that ETS 125 REQ. Whew! I still think it's one of the top accessories out there. Okay, now, one of my favorite accessories that I like to show everybody is because of the struggle I used to have. And I think I've talked about this 100 times as well on Festool Live. So come over here, unit. You've just put a beautiful round over like this with your OF 2200. But you still, like I'm feeling right there, I had a little hesitation here. I want to knock that little chatter out. These are called interface passes. Interface pads. We get them for the Rotex, a little over 3 inch. We have them 5 inch, we have them 6 inch, we have them for the RTS. Okay, but what happens is, see how that is squishy? Like that. It's got a really thick, we have these also. If you don't want it so squishy, they come a little bit thinner. You can stack them, and those come in a 2-pack. Okay, so when I set this up, I want to show you, and this is how I have seen people sand these profiles before, and it drives me crazy. Okay, because it's a simple solution. It's the interface pad. Okay, so watch. You never sand a profile like this, because what you're having now is I can actually feel that you have long, flat spots. It's your skill level. Now, you think you're getting good, and you start sanding like this. Okay, but lo and behold, when you put it looks good, it feels good, but when you put a finish on there, you'll see these little facets, these little flat spots. So I have this pad on here. This is the pad that comes with the ETS. Okay, I can sand up here all my what? Okay. Okay, so if I'm sanding this flat, sorry about the hesitation, it's all Chris's fault. So I'm sanding with 120 here. See that, Christine? Yes. See how I stick up for you? Okay, hey, and next time it's gonna be Minnie's fault.
Okay, I'll take it.
Okay. What? Thanks. Okay. So I can't help it. I'm sanding flat with the 120. I want to conform to this. So I've seen this before where people take and switch out an entire pad. It's not necessary. You just take this, you line up the holes, and guess what? Look at that. You get, and trust me on this, or don't believe me, just go get it. Okay? And you will have, and I'm going to say this, a flawless finish. It's absolutely amazing. A simple interface pad will change the way you sand. Woo! Cool?
Love it.
Cool.
All right, good? We're doing good? Yep. All right. So follow over here, Chris. Are we doing good?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so, hey, man,
Yes, sir.
how long ago did I polish those headlights of yours?
It's been over a year.
A couple years, huh?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay, so you gotta go check this out. I love teaching people about polishing, okay? It never gets old because people don't realize how easy it is. All right, we offer a whole line of polishes and polishing pads. They're color-coded now, okay? But I wanna show you the pad that you need, and I'll cover that now. Okay, so we have a variety of pads. We did a whole episode on all the different pads. Okay, the one pad that comes with all of them, you'll see they're color-coded as well, just like our saw blades. This black pad is basically a medium pad. We just call it soft. Okay, that comes in, geez, just about all the sanders except for the, I think the ETS 150/3. Because with that, you're finishing the finish. Okay, and this is called a super soft pad. It actually absorbs some of the energy and will actually absorb grit if you don't get it off of the material enough. Hear me out on this. I'll explain exactly what I'm talking about. In other words, when you're sanding on the higher grits, even lower grits, it's always good. Don't blow it off because you'll be breathing it. Unless you have a Festool Sys Air, then the Sys Air will catch that stuff, you know, in the air. But when you're sanding something, if I sand something at 80, you should wipe it off or vacuum it off. Then you go to what, 120? Do the same. That will prevent that. You may have like the preceding grit causing a swirl mark, is what I'm getting at. If there's some left over, a super soft pad will absorb that. Okay, that's why we include it. We call it finishing the finish pad. That's why we include it with the ETS 150/3, the shorter or the smaller orbit, because that's the finishing the finish 150 sander. Okay, then another one I use all the time for fairing out. It doesn't follow contours. This is the hard pad. It keeps that, if I'm sanding an edge, it really keeps it crisp. There's no tendency to walk. It just flat. I use it for fairing paints. I use it for fairing tabletops. But really, really a good feature of it is I use the hard pad on the RO90. Some of you had come to class when we were sanding our face frames, that narrow 50mm stock. It keeps it from creating a round over edge. It's a great accessory for the RO90. Okay. So what I'm going to cover today is this pad. It's the green pad. And I've seen people purchase this and they don't look at the little picture here. This is for the RO150. Okay, they think it's for the 125 and it is not. It's just a little bit smaller and that's how it's deceiving than the regular pads. But what it's designed for is whether I'm using a sponge, when I'm polishing, it will actually wrap up around like this, or, boy, these things stick, that's that stick fix. Or if I'm using this, how did that get there? Or if I'm using the sheepskin pad, okay? Look, it wraps up around, okay? So there you go. You see that, Minnie?
I see that.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I did this morning, but I cleaned it a little. I'm gonna use this to break the, I don't know what grit I stopped at. I think I stopped at like 1200. I'm gonna sand this with 1500. Okay, I'm gonna take this off and grab that 1500 piece. Okay, you see there's a slight haze on there. Hopefully that's coming through. All right, I'm gonna put this on. Okay, now, the important thing to remember, when you get up into the higher granite grits, okay, this is important. When you get up there, it's a film back. So always verify that your pad's clean because you can get transference through it. Okay, the other thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this and slow it down just a couple notches, okay? And, because I'm gonna polish this Lexan, and you'll notice I have the 3mm orbit on the ETS 150/3, and of course it comes with a super soft pad. So, what am I doing? I'm gonna take this, and I'm gonna bring down my speed. See how it's a system? Okay, and I'm gonna take that, okay, and use a methodical pattern like this, okay, just like this, okay, in 6 to 8 inch circles. And I know, because see, you can see, look, see that little, that's where it dinged somewhere along the line. But I'm going to take that off, okay, and what I'm going to do is I use this side to take off that other grit. I'm going to use this side to take off the finer grit, so I know I don't have any grit that I'm, okay, and I'm going to take that, and hopefully, let's see if I can, I'm going to let that dry for a second. Let's see what that haze looks like. See if that comes through, okay? Oh, yeah, you can see it. It's like, okay, unit, look down if you can. Straight down, you'll see a slight haze here. And it kind of concentrates, see that? That's the backing paper of this Lexan. But there's a slight haze and it looks consistent. You'll come in here and you'll see that's where you have some divots there, but we're not going to be concerned with that. I always tell everybody, have a good light to check some of your finish. Now, the next thing I'm going to coach you on is this. We got to change the pad. See the heavy dots? That's in Rotex. That's how you change the pad on the Rotex. RO150, you press here and up, and it just spins off effortlessly. Where's my hard pad? Right there. I'm gonna put that on. Okay, I got my premium. Let's see if I can get this right. There we go. Okay. Boy, I'm fumbling with that today. Oh, there it is. Okay. Just be patient with yourself. Okay, and it just spins on really easy. I'm going to take my premium sheepskin. I cleaned it. Now, thing to remember about the polish, I could use my solid or my waffle. Okay, waffle, you'll see the bumps. That's less surface tension, so you don't heat up a paint or whatever. It's orange to orange. I call this speed cut. Oh, it still says speed cut. When you look at this, MPA is machine polishing agent 5010. That's the grit. So we're going to be going from 1500 to 5000 grit. Okay, and remember, I've always said this. Ooh, that smells good. Okay, a little's a lot. It's actually too much. I'll set that there. This is water-based, so you clean up with water. On the Rotex, you have this little, I don't need dust extraction, you have this little tab. Sometimes that gets in the way, okay? And I'll just start it like this, get and spread my material. But very important, I start about 3 speed range. That way there, I don't get material whip or less material whip. So the only thing I need is what? My power. So let's put a little power on there. It's in Rotex mode. Okay, and here we go. Now the thing I like, as I'm going through this, the thing I like about it is where's my control right here. I can speed it up with my thumb back here, and my hand never leaves. Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm going to use the other side here. Let me wipe some of that off. And I could see it right now. I'm seeing that. Oh, look at that. You could see the clarity now. You can see the backing paper so much more. And that's a real high shine. And of course it's wet, but that just took I wish, you see, I don't know if that comes through, if you can see the clarity, but boy, that just pops right there. Is that coming through better?
A little bit, but yeah, you can tell.
Okay, now what I want you to do, unit, is I want you to do this. Say this is a finish. I want you to back up a little. Keep coming, and you're gonna see the shine pop on there. See that? You can actually see this. Hopefully that comes through. All right. This works great with lacquers, urethanes, okay? And you want that high-end polish. You can achieve that. You can go up into, we actually have higher grits. I believe 8,000 and 11,000, okay? Very rarely have I gone above the 5,000, the speed cut, because it gives me what I want. It also helps with, you know, sometimes you'll get some stuff on your Jeep or your truck or whatever, and you need to buff out a little area. It got abraded a little. Well, you can actually just take that and buff it out, okay? Be very careful, test it first, as I tell everybody. All right. So it's just not a sander. And what my goal today was to make sure you understand it's a whole system. Whether a great dust extractor with a variable suction, anti-static hose, I can go on and on and on about the dust extractors, and I have.
They're pretty.
They're pretty.
I agree.
Yes.
Everybody in here agrees, you all better. Okay, or whether you can polish with it, okay? Or whether you can sand at a right angle. We got so many accessories. I mean, we even have cordless sanders right here. Never mind. It uses the same paper as the RTS. I got so many other accessories, but I'm good. I think we've covered what we needed. Hopefully you get the point. It's a sanding system. Okay? Let me get this out of the way so the unit doesn't trip. Hopefully we got everything answered. Minnie, we're doing good?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right. Wow. Which one did you start with, Minnie? This side or the other side?
The other side.
We have Joe from Waseca, Illinois. Rob from South Devon, England. Tom and Kelly. Boy, they were on early, huh?
They were.
From Eatonton, Georgia. Rick from sunny Blackpool, UK. Big Island Ed. We have Stevie Z from Sweden. Poe from Aka, Finland. Or is that Aka, Finland?
Yes.
Okay, we have Oliver from Southern California. We have Sander de Watcha, Arnhem, Netherlands. Sandem de Watcha. Really?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We have Mark S. from Woodcraft, Springfield, Virginia. Des from Harrigan, England. Chris from Minneapolis, Minnesota. We have Doug from Zionsville. He's at Mark Adams School this week.
Yeah.
Woo!
Good stuff.
Man, cool. We have Leo from Holland. We have Dale from Swaterlincote, England. Happy birthday, Dale. No kidding.
Happy
Day. Woo! Mr. President. Okay, Arno Coffee from Baltimore. We have Petri from Ularvi, Finland. We have Mr. Hugster from Chichester. We have Yizu from Paramaribo, Suriname. Jason from Fenton, Michigan. We have Chris from Malta. Jacob from Rhode Island. Gail from Eden, New York. Lauren from Rhode Island. How you doing, Lauren? We have Soren from Denmark. Mike P. from Oahu. We have, that's in Hawaii.
Yes.
I'm good like that. Tom from Morehead City. Merlin from Walla Walla, Washington. Richard from Mortar. Mortar?
That's what it says.
Hi, Richard from Mortar. We have Jeff from Clarksburg, Maryland. We have Hoodie from Katy, Texas. That's cool. We have Jeff from Columbia, Tennessee. Kurt from Scuba Vacation in Bonaire, the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Wicked cool.
He was there last week.
Man, a week in the Caribbean?
Yeah.
Or is it Caribbean?
Depends on the day.
Okay. Did I wake you up, Christine?
No.
Okay. We have Bermuda Steve. We have Marvin Martin. He's hanging with Henry and James in Holland, Michigan. Woo! Marvin, how are you? We have the Welsh Rabbit is back. Fish and Doogie, Lancaster, Pennsylvania. We have Woodcraft Dayton. Hey, is Dirk there? We have Michael from Edmonton, Edmonton, Alberta. Corey from Canada. Jumbo from Thornton, PA. That's a cool name. We have Daniel from Southern California. We have Jason and Yana from Granite Falls, Washington. We have Johnny from Hoffman States, Illinois. Hey, Uni, you going to Illinois this weekend?
Next week.
Next weekend, Illinois. Oh, man. Oh, hey, he is here. Dirk from Dayton's here. Woo! Hi, Dirk. Say hi to Stephanie. We have Joe, my main man Joe from Akron, Ohio. We have Richard from Guelph, Ontario, Canada. Craig and Tyler from Verts, Virginia. We have John from Stowe, Ohio. Jason from Edmond, Oklahoma. Or is that he's from Edmond and he's okay?
No, he's from Edmond, Oklahoma.
That's okay. We have David from St. Charles, Missouri. We have Jim B. from Greenbrier, California. We have Lode from Stockholm. I'm the one who stumbles. We have David from Israel. Brent from Louisville, Kentucky. Hey, that's where the Derby is. Yeah, man. Have a good Derby day. We have Jerry G. from Sugar Grove, Illinois. We have Leslie from North Carolina. Robert Stone Cold. Austin, no, Stone Cold from Landrum, South Carolina. Gerald from DeRidder, LA. That's Louisiana. Mark from Krimpendalek, the Netherlands. Mark from Loyal Heights, Seattle, Washington. Frank from Downers Grove, Illinois. Chris from Virginia Beach. See how I did that? Chris from Virginia Beach, Virginia. I thought, what are you doing? You're in Virginia Beach? Yep. There's another person named Chris?
It's my clone.
Oh, Blake Weber from Novato, California. Kenneth from Oak Park, Illinois. Hey, by the way, Blake, that was a perfect glue line rip you sent me a picture of. Perfect. We have Greg from northern Minnesota. We have Clint from East Canton, Ohio. Martin from El Cajon, California. Cal from Sofia. Kasaba from Hungary. Mark from Anaheim, California. Hell House, Poland. Scott from Greeley, Colorado. JJ Gerber. JJ Gerber. G-Bear. Two Bear. From Naples, Florida. Eric from Alabama. It's the Gov. It's Gary. How you doing, Gov? We have Vera from Festool, USA. Hey! Hi, Vera. How are you? We have Mark from Ipswich, Mass. Peter from the Netherlands. Oh, that hurt. Matt from Newark, Ohio. Dave Ann. Gwen from Southern California. No, West Virginia. Okay, we have Arnold. Hey, Arnold's here.
Arnold.
Oh, no, he's from Temperance, Michigan. Paul, Cheryl, and Sam from Anthem, Arizona. DJ Two Toys Christmas.
What?
What's this, Minnie? DJ Two Toys Christmas.
Yes.
From Littleton, Colorado. Warren from Batavia, Ohio. Marion from Jamaica, man. Meety beety big bounce. We have J.R. Regina from Saskatchewan. Dan from Kingman, Arizona. Dave from Portland, Oregon. That's the other Portland. Keith from Bozeman, Montana. Carrie from Dallas, Texas. Norman from Fallbrook, California. Mike from the Splinter Group. That's Mr. Shea from the Newport, Rhode Island. We have Bedworth from the Morning Woods, North Wales. Okay. Yeah, good thing you know, Minnie. You gotta stop with that. We have Matt from Newark, Ohio. Arnold again from Temperance, Michigan. Paul from Reading, Berkshire, UK. We have mystery locations. We have Blue Soul, Jason Brukin, Matt Litke. He's watching the drag races. Hey. I saw. Hey, it's the legend.
Okay.
It's the firefighting legend, Lido, from Boston, Mass. Some people run from fires. He runs into fires to rescue people. Hey, we have Thomas from Repair Canada. We have George. Hey, Thomas. We have George from Tallinn, Estonia. Philippe from France. We have the Goblin Spanker from Hangzhou, China.
Yes.
Dude, you live everywhere. We have Dr. B from Las Vegas. Brian from Washington, D.C. We have Fifi from Bled, Slovenia. We have Jean from the Salish Sea. We have Steve from Central PA. We have Mike from Sedona, Arizona. And Michael. Michelle Maybell from Paris. And
everybody.
That's everybody.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Hey, you know what's really cool? Give me, look at this. It's Bedwer from Morning Woods, Northern Wales.
Yes.
They kept it easy on me. thank you very much. Oh boy, I just realized. Hey, everybody. I hope everybody has a great weekend. We love you. It is such a beautiful time of year here in Indiana. Everything's waking up again. It's actually warm out. Oh boy, I think I'm going to play hooky the rest of the day. How about you, Min?
I would love to.
Oh boy. Oh, that's because Vera's watching. Okay, everybody. Hey. Hey, thanks. Hey, Brent, if I never say it, thank you very much. You're a rock star. Thanks for answering all the questions. Hey, everybody, I think that's a wrap. Christine will be back next week, right? Okay? Because I got all kinds of stuff planned for next week already. I already have it done.
Yay.
Okay?
Okay.
Say bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.